Hello, friends, and thank you as always for visiting the Legend Sports Universe YouTube channel, Legend Sports Universe, where legends play forever. It is week 10 of year 2 of the Franchise Stars Football League, and we've got a matchup as the Tennessee Oilers visit the Atlanta Falcons. The Falcons have been a surprise this year at 6-3. They've got the number 5 rushing defense in the FSFL this year, and they will have to bring every bit of that in this one to try to contain Earl Campbell and Derrick Henry out of the Oilers' backfield. Campbell has become the lead dog there. Campbell's been terrific, but Henry spells them, and they are a dynamic 1-2 punch. Both of these teams playing today to keep a share of first place. The Panthers and the Colts have each won already here in Week 10, which means the loser of this game falls into second place in their division, with only one wild card per conference here in the FSFL. So big stakes for both teams here in this one. Appreciate you tuning in as always. Falcons will kick off, Oilers will receive. We are underway here in Georgia. Billy White Shoes Johnson will down this one in the end zone. We will get things set here for the controllers to get to our usual view. Call the first play from scrimmage, and then we will be good to go here with our custom playbooks in action. Mike Smith coaches the Falcons. Jerry Glanville coaches the Oilers. Earl Campbell gets the first carry of the game, picks up 2. For the Oilers, it'll be 2nd and 8 from the 27. This Falcons defense has been really solid so far. The pass defense has been solid as well, but the run defense has really been what has carried Atlanta defensively so far this year. Lane handoff there. It's Campbell again. Out across the 30, out to the 32. Pick up a 5 that time for Campbell. That'll bring up a 3rd and 3. Atlanta in the shotgun. Campbell checks out. Derrick Henry checks in as the lone setback. And stands in, swings it out to Henry in the flat, but good open field coverage there. That's Jones on the stop. Henry brought down. It's a loss of a yard. And the Oilers will go 3 and out on their opening drive. This Falcons defense swarms to the ball. They are an aggressive defense, as is the Oilers defense. Both teams blitz considerably, although neither team is in the top half in sacks in the league this year. Oilers will punt. Deion Sanders back to return. He's already got 1 punt return for a touchdown this year. He won't get much on that one. Brings it to the 24. And that's where the Falcons and quarterback Matt Ryan will get things started for Atlanta. Ryan has been very good so far this year. Those are not his stats in the FSFL. Those are just the stats of Matt Ryan back from, I guess it's 2023, 22, something like that. Came with the Madden game. Again, most of the time I'll show stats for the guys who I overwrote to create this project. Turner, Roddy White. The Falcons, the only team in the league that have 4 receivers with 30-plus receptions so far this season. Ryan stands in, looks over the middle. That's complete. First down. Out across the 35, there is Roddy White. That's a 12-yard pickup. He slipped out of the first tackle. Thought he might get a little bit extra room there. Bostic brings him down, but the Falcons, 1 play in, have moved the chains. High formation here behind Ryan. It's a tight set. Handoff, and there's Turner out across the 40. Pickup of 7. Turner the burner gets the Falcons into a beneficial 2nd and 3. Just underway here in Atlanta. Oilers went 3 and out on their opening drive. Handoff, it's Turner again. Finds his way for a couple of yards there, short of the marker. Randall Godfrey with the stop for the Oilers. So that'll bring up a 3rd and 1. Turner's the lone setback. And in motion. Stops to Ryan's left. Barely got the snap off. Turner picks up the 1st down, and the chains will move as he gets out to the 48. Greg Bingham comes up for the stop for the Oilers. But a step too late as the sticks move. 2 first downs already on the drive for Atlanta. Smith keeping a fairly compact set here with his offense. Again, it's a lone setback. Handoff there. Inside the 40. Big run. Kevin Coleman, 17 yards. His first carry of the game. Inside the Oilers 40, down to the 35. So the Falcons putting together a nice start of a drive here. Turner checks back in, slips through a hole. Didn't look like he was going to get anything there. He turns it into 3. It'll be 2nd and 7, down to the 32. Godfrey on the stop again. This is the final game of Week 10 on the docket. It is a 14-game season here in the FSL. Second year, the Oilers are the defending champs. Completion there from Ryan. 1st down to Junior Miller, down to the 24. The Oilers defense last year in particular, kind of the whole greater than the sum of its parts. They played terrific defense throughout the year last year. They've fallen back a little bit defensively here in year 2. This Oilers squad is still formidable. The Falcons picking them apart right now. Down inside the 10. Matt Ryan 3 for 3 on the opening drive. Alfred Jenkins makes the reception. Picks up 14. Down to the 10-yard. Stop him just shy of the 10. So if the Falcons technically can get a 1st down here, although that is by inches and unlikely. So really, this is essentially a 1st and goal. Ryan stands in, looks end zone, touchdown. Oh, that is a pinpoint perfect drive by the Falcons who march right down the field on the Oilers. Roddy White with the score from 10 yards out from Matt Ryan. And the Dirty Birds have a lead here, 6-0, early in quarter number 1. That was about as perfect as you can draw a drive up if you're Atlanta. Younghoe Koo comes on for the extra point. It is up, and it is good. 7-0. 9 plays, 75 yards, and 5:19. Couldn't throw it up better. You're Mike Smith and the Falcons. So now their defense will get back to work. The Oilers, who went 3 and out on their opening drive, will try to muster better here in their second drive of this game. Kickoff will be fielded around the 1. Billy White Shoes Johnson out across the 20, out to the 23, and that's where the Oilers will start their second drive. Landa has moved his way up to 3rd in the league in QB rating. Oilers have not gone down the field a great deal this year. It's been a pretty conservative passing game for Coach Derrick Glanville, and with the benefit of that run attack. Handoff there. Campbell spins his way through one tackler, but 2 more guys coming up ending. Only able to pick up a couple. Claude Humphrey brings him down for the stop. It'll be 2nd and 8. Humphrey, pretty much the one guy on this Falcons defense who does get after the quarterback. Hand off, it's Campbell again, and Campbell rumbles through. First down and more, out across the 40. One-on-one tackle there. Thomas the Cowd with the stop, but he pays a price for it as Campbell basically steps on him as he falls on him. Earl Campbell blows his way through. The Cowd took the worst of that, but he gets him down. But Campbell gets out to the 44. Nice run for Earl Campbell. First down for the Oilers. Give it to Campbell again. Looks for some space. Nothing really forms. He picks up 2 out to the 46. Second and 8. Campbell checks out. Henry checks. The handoff. Derrick Henry into Falcons territory down to the 48. 6-yard pickup for Henry on his first carry. That'll bring up a 3rd and 2. Henry checks out. Campbell back in for the Oilers. Late handoff, Campbell up the middle. Falcons swarm, but Campbell slips his way through. Nice running, good patience from Earl Campbell. Opens up the hole. Gets down to the 43, and the sticks will move again. First and 10 from the 43. Handoff, Campbell. Oh, he gets flat, and Campbell gets hit hard. Picks up a yard. And that is it. 2nd and 9. Oilers leaning heavily on Big Earl at this point. Campbell again. Campbell is stopped again. Tried to get that one to the outside. The Falcons just strung it along until they could bring him down. So now, 3rd and 9 for the Oilers. Drive started out well. Falcons looking to pump the brakes on it. Short drop. Blanda stands in. Looking for somebody to get open. He's under pressure. Blanda steps left, throws down the left-hand side. It's incomplete. That pass largely thrown away. Terrific coverage. There you see Deion Sanders, Falcons secondary, does a great job there. Blanda got great protection, but nobody was able to get open. And the punting unit will come on. Falcons defense bears down. Punt angle to the side. That did not get the depth they wanted. That punt was shanked a bit. That goes out of bounds at the 24. A fortuitous situation there for the Falcons. That ends up being like an 18-yard punt from Brett Kern. Kern has had a very good year punting the ball for the Oilers. That one was not one of his best, to state the obvious. 1st and 10 Falcons from the 24. Handoff, Turner. Looks for a little extra space, has some patience, holds up, gets charged back upfield, picks up 7. W.K. Hicks is down for the Oilers. He checks out of this one. Keep an eye on that with the secondary members for this Oilers defense. Second and 3 coming up from the 31. Ryan goes into the shotgun to Coach Mike. Takes a handoff, trying to get outside. Kevin Coleman is stopped, nothing doing there. Good stop there by Greg Bingham, who comes up for the hit. And it'll be 3rd and 2. In the shotgun again. Again, it's a compact set for the Falcons. They played their wide receivers tight to the line for much of this early part of the game. Pass there over the middle, complete. past midfield into Oilers territory. That's Jenkins, his second catch of the game. This one moves the sticks. Matt Ryan has looked very sharp here in quarter number 1. First and 10 inside 2 minutes left in the first frame. High formation behind Ryan. Handoff, Turner, nothing doing there. He'll pick up a yard, and that's it. George Webster comes through for the stop for the Oilers. And then 9, Ryan. Pressure coming from the weak side. Ryan throws, and it's intercepted. Intercepted. Ryan is picked off. Marcus Robertson with the interception for the Oilers. Ryan flushed right, gets hit from behind, throw is way off the mark, and Robertson picks it off. That would have overthrown Jenkins anyway, but the Oilers forced the first turnover of the game. They'll try to get some momentum going here with 45 seconds left in the first quarter. Glanville's Oilers blitz there. There's a blitz coming from the secondary. Ryan rolled right through, but the throw is off the mark. First and 10 Oilers. With Campbell. Campbell picks up 4. 9 carries in the first quarter alone for Earl Campbell. Pick up a 4. It'll be 2nd and 6. Pitch it to Campbell. He is met out wide with the stop. That's Tommy Nobis. Yep, Tommy Nobis on the stop there. That'll get us to the end of the first quarter. So the Oilers very heavily on the ground. They do the ground game a lot. They've taken that to the extreme so far. 11 carries, only 2 pass plays for the Oilers in the first quarter. Trying to form some cracks in this strong Falcons run defense. Now it's 3rd and 7. Gotta think they'll be throwing it here. Landa drops back. Stands in, looks over the middle, complete. That's Charlie Hennigan down inside the 30. Down to the 29. Hennigan's first catch of the game. He is Landa's favorite. Finds an opening over the middle. Landa zips it in. So now the Oilers got a little something brewing here. First and 10 from the Atlanta 29. High formation. Oil Ranger is the fullback, Earl Campbell. The deep back. Another pitch to Campbell. Campbell gets to the outside. He's got a first down and more. Deion Sanders out towards the sideline there. First down for Earl Campbell down to the 12. Campbell checks out. Henry is in. Landa throws. Slant route complete. Down inside the 5. It's Hennigan down to the 4. Second catch of the game and the drive for Hennigan. Landa zips that one in. 2nd and 2 from the 4. Oilers trying to get this game level early second quarter. Henry stays in. Henry gets it. Near the marker. They say he's short, though. So Henry picks up a yard. Jones with the stop. It'll be 3rd and 1 from the 3. Appreciate you all tuning in for a little late Saturday football. Or if you are watching after the fact on delay. Handoff. Campbell. Near the goal line. Touchdown. Earl Campbell fights his way into the end zone for the score. And the Oilers an extra point away from getting this game tied. Campbell just puts down the shoulder, gets the yard needed. So hard to stop that tandem of Campbell and Henry in short yardage situations. Rob Baronis will come on for the extra point. It is up and good, and we are level here in Atlanta. 7 plays, 56 yards, and 309 for the Oilers after the Marcus Robertson interception of Matt Ryan. We are level, 12:36 left in the first half. Back to return. Always dangerous, Deion Sanders. Kick it off. Sanders will take it a couple yards deep in the end zone. He's going to bring it out anyway, out across the 20. Good tackle there. And that's where Sanders stopped. That's where the Falcons will start off their drive. Trying to make sure everybody's on the same page. Dropwitz is picked up. Pass misses the mark. Incomplete. Ryan now 5 of 7. His only other incompletion was the interception on the last one. And 10 for Atlanta. Ryan looks incomplete. So after a near flawless opening drive, Ryan and the Falcons now kind of struggling to find their way. 3rd and 10. Back. Jenkins with the reception, but he had to come back for it. It was a little bit underthrown. And he steps out of bounds shy of the marker, 4th and 1. From their own 29, Falcons will chance this. John James comes on for the punt. Johnson back at the 25. It's out across the 30 to the 32. 12 carries, 59 yards, and a score already for Earl Campbell. We're still early in the second quarter. Oilers have leaned heavily on their horse. See what Blanda and the Oilers cook up here. High formation. Campbell sitting out. Henry. Henry gets the carry up the middle, slips one tackler, picks up 3. Out to the 35. And then 7. Hand off, there's Campbell. First down, Earl Campbell out across the 40, out across the 45. Earl Campbell gets another bit of chunk yardage there. Trufant comes up for the stop and again pays a price. Campbell just lowering those shoulders and hitting anything that gets in front of him. 1st and 10 from the 47. Hand off. Campbell across midfield into Falcons territory down to the 49. It'll be 2nd and 6. Checked out. Henry checked in. Hand off Henry. On the 47, it'll be 3rd and 4. Setback here, 2 receivers to the low side. Landa. Pass over the middle, complete. Down to the 40. That's Alvin Reed, and that'll be a first down for the Oilers. 8-yard reception. Williams on the stop. Move again here for the Oilers, looking to get the lead. Campbell again. Up the middle, inside the 35, pickup of 7. 15 carries, 82 yards to Campbell. Again, we're only in the first half. Campbell averaging about 5.5 yards a carry. Second and 3. Play action. Landa looks. Misses the mark. I don't know if there was a miscommunication on the route or what, but Dion, talking trash, had his man blanketed. 3rd and 3 coming up. It'll be a 50-yarder from here. It comes down to that. Rob Baronis certainly has the leg for that. The Oilers would much rather keep this drive alive in the pursuit of 6. And it drops again. Looks over the middle, near end zone, incomplete, intended for Henning. And now 4 of 7. So that'll bring up 4th and 3. In the dome, no conditions to think of. Gotta think they're going to go for the field goal. And they will. Rob Baronis with a 50-yard attempt coming up. Kick is up, and it is no good. Baronis puts it wide, pushes it right. And the Falcons now will take over with some pretty solid field position. Matt Ryan and the boys get back to work. So Baronis misses from 50. This game stays deadlocked. 7:58 remaining in the first half. Formation here, Ryan under center. Drops back, swings it, near side, incomplete. And kicked off earlier in this game by Marcus Robertson. That led to the drive that got the Oilers even at 7. Where we stand next. And up, Michael Turner. Out to the 44. 7 carries, 28 yards so far for Turner. 3rd and 5. Ryan in the shotgun. Stands in, looks. Fires. Pass, got an open man, complete. That's Jenkins down inside the 20, down to the 15. Alfred Jenkins gets loose, and Ryan hits him. Big hitter there for the Falcons. Nobody near Jenkins. It looked like he ran a corner. He got released, and there was nobody there to pick him up once he was released. 4 catches, 83 yards for Jenkins here in the first half. Coming up on 6.5 minutes remaining. Ryan in the shotgun. Blitz is picked up. Fire, slant, complete. Down inside the 10, down to the 6. That's Roddy White. With the reception, his 3rd of the game. It'll be 2nd and 1. Trying to get something, and there's nothing. Cannonball Butler, his first carry of the game, he loses a pair. Johnson comes up for the stop. It'll be 3rd and 3. Clock continues to roll inside 5.5 minutes left in the first half. Ryan in the gun. Stands in, pass off the mark, incomplete. So that'll bring up 4th and 3. Gotta believe it'll be Younghoe Koo coming in for the 25-yard field goal attempt to give the Falcons the lead. It should be a chip. Snap, the kick, it is up and good. So the Falcons reclaim the lead 10-7 inside 5 minutes left in the first half. Almost inside 5 minutes. 5:11. Landa throwing on the sideline, getting ready to get back to business. Again, huge matchup here for these two teams. Winner keeps a share of first place in their division. Loser falls into second. Panthers here in this NFC South, and the Colts.
Let's go, baby.
In the AFC South have both won. Kick taken by Johnson and around the 6. Out across the 20, out across the 25 to the 20. That's where the Oilers will take over. 15 carries, 82 yards, and a touchdown for Earl Campbell in this first half. We still got 5 minutes left. Oilers have run right at the strength of this Falcons defense, and that's been the running game. Campbell looks for something, nothing really material. As he picks up a couple. Bonds up on the stop. It'll be 2nd and 8. And a handoff. Here's Derrick Henry. Deion Sanders comes up to help out on the tackle. Henry picks up a couple. There's a tackle for Deion. Deion went low on him. He was able to trip him up. This is Deion Sanders trying to tackle Derrick Henry high. 3rd and 6 from the 30. And it drops. Stands in. Looks. Incomplete. So the Oilers can't do anything there. They'll go 3 and out. Punting unit won't come on. 3:47 left in the first half. 10-7 Falcons. Sanders calls for the fair catch at the 18. Ryan gets some final instructions. Still plenty of time to run the offense. 3:42, and they have all 3 timeouts. Handoff Turner. Looks for a hole, keeps the legs moving, and generates a little something out of that. Picks up 7. It'll be 2nd and 3. Good word there. Work there from Michael Turner. Like he had gotten held up for no gain, but just kept the legs rolling until he found a seam. High formation behind Ryan here. 2nd and 3 from the 25. There's a handoff. That's Gerald Riggs, and Riggs fights his way through out to the 30. First carry of the game for Riggs. He picks up 5. That'll move the sticks, get a first down for the Falcons. Turner's a lone setback. Handoff to him. Turner fights his way forward, picks up 4. 9 carries, 39 yards rushing so far for Michael Turner. The Come up on the 2-minute warning. The Falcons will let it tick down. So a good one going here in Atlanta. Very meaningful game to both teams. Ryan in the shotgun. Look, pass, drag route underneath. That's complete. Good tackle. Junior Miller with the reception. Greg Bingham on the stop. It'll be 3rd and 1 from the 39. No huddle. Ryan in the gun. Pressure comes, and Ryan has no shot. Double blitz there. He is brought down. Javon Kurtz gets through for the sack. Oilers quickly call a timeout. So now the Oilers will get the ball back with a minute 20 some odd. It's a minute 28 left now. And 2 timeouts on the board. James with the punt. Johnson fields it at the 26. Sidesteps the tackler, gets out to the 34. 8-yard return there. 1:19 remaining in the half as Blanda and company get back to work. Derrick Henry is the lone setback for the Oilers at the moment. And looks, swings it. That's the Henry out in the flat. Not much there. Picks up 4. And a 5 of 9 for 43 yards. It's been a very conservative offense by the Oilers here in this first half. Heavy work on the ground. Two-thirds. The plays have been rushing plays. And throws that time and misses the mark. It'll be 3rd and 6. Third down here from their own 38 for the Oilers. And it drops. Stands in, looks near the sideline, complete. That's brought in by Alvin Reed. That'll be a first down out to the 46. We're inside a minute left in the half. Get into Falcons territory. Nice grab there by Reed. No huddle. Blanda in the gun. Back, stands in, clicks one to Henry out of the backfield, steps out of bounds, right near the marker. They'll say he's a little bit short. It'll be 2nd and inches from the 36. Stops the clock with 39 seconds remaining in the half. Remember, last time down the field for the Oilers, Baronis missed a 50-yard field goal. He pushed it wide right. Blanda changes up the play, delay handoff. That's Hoyle Granger, and Granger has a first down inside the 30 to the 27. So they go with delay fullback draw there, and Granger makes something happen. Timeout called, 10-7 Falcons, 33 seconds left in the first half. Oilers are driving. Shotgun. Henry the lone setback. And a step back. Looks. Swings it. Looking for Henry again. A little wheel route out of the backfield. That one's incomplete. Jason Gilden at linebacker for the Falcons. Big trade deadline pickup for Atlanta. Gilden from the Steelers. And it drops back. Looks, pass complete, drag route underneath. That's Reed inside the 15. He's not going to get out of bounds, though. We'll see what the Oilers do here. They may have to call timeout if they don't get up and spike it. No huddle. Got to think they're just going to have to go for the field goal here. They're going to run a play? No. They thought about it, but they called a timeout. 4 seconds left, and Baronis is going to come on to try to tie this game heading into halftime. His 28-yard attempt should be a veritable chip shot for Rob Baronis. Baronis missed from 50 earlier on. Now he's at about half the distance. Kick is up and good, and with 2 ticks left on the clock in the first half, we are tied in Atlanta. Oilers and Falcons even at 10. So our good friend Al, Red Sox fan, checks in. How are you, Al? Good to see you, my friend. I hope all is well with you, sir. Go back and watch your stream probably tomorrow when I'm at work. So Al had an All-Star game going on earlier on his channel. Sure to give that a check when you have the opportunity. So, Tennessee stopping the clock a couple seconds early there means they do have to kick off, which means they put it in the hands of Deion Sanders. 4-yard line out across the 25 out to the 27, and that will get us into the tunnels. 10-10. Falcons and Oilers. Again, the winner of this stays in the tie for first atop their division. The loser falls into second place in their division. Again, each conference, there is only one wild card here in the FSFL. So falling into second place will make things very precarious with 4 weeks left here in year 2 of the Franchise Stars Football League. So the Falcons will receive here to start the second half. Matt Ryan getting some final words of encouragement on the Atlanta sideline. Oilers trying to stay pumped up. We'll see if the Oilers start to open their offense up a little bit more. Again, they've run it about 2/3 of the time. Of course, you have Earl Campbell and Derrick Henry in the backfield, so why wouldn't they? They do lean run heavy, but this has been a bit more extreme. Trying to break down this Falcons run defense that has done such a fine job this year. Again, some similarities between these two teams. Kind of the holes of their defense have been greater than the sum of the parts for both sides. I was particularly through with the Oilers last year. Defense has taken a step back this year, but is still very solid. That kick is booted into the end zone. Deion's not going to try to return it, showing a lot of restraint there by primetime. Falcons will open up from their 25. Loads of weapons at receiver at Matt Ryan's disposal, and he gets them all involved. Alfred Jenkins, Mike Haynes, Rodney White. There's the handoff to Michael Turner. Turner picks up the career. Out to the 28. It'll be 2nd and 7. Fred Glick comes up with the stop. A lot of old school names on this Oilers defense here. Of course, they have guys like Javon Curse as well. Lots of guys from the old 60s Oilers defense. Hand off there, Gerald Riggs cuts it back, picks up 4. Out to the 32. It's 3rd and 3. Randy Godfrey on the stop for the Oilers. I cannot believe we have a sack yet from either team. Despite some heavy blitzing from both sides. Hand off to Turner on 3rd and 3. First down and more. Turner breaks it. Turner the burner. Down inside the Oilers 30, down inside the 25. He is brought down at the 21. But Michael Turner cuts it loose. And the Falcons break one open here early in the 3rd quarter. Turner found that seam and blew through it. Johnson chases him down, but it's a first down for the Falcons. I'm sorry, it's Tony Banfield on the tackle for the Oilers. Coming up on 13 minutes left in the 3rd quarter. First down, Falcons from the Oilers 21. Delayed handoff there. That's Riggs. Lowers the shoulder, picks up 3 down to the 18. Always love the red Falcons uniforms. I know everybody has a black uniform or a black version of their uniform now, whatever, but give me the classic Falcons reds all day long. 2nd and 7. Ryan stands in. Looks, pass, incomplete. Intended for Turner out of the backfield, who takes a shot from George Webster. It'll be 3rd and 7. Ryan in the shotgun, Riggs the lone setback. Haynes on the low side. White and Jenkins up top. Ryan looks, slant route, misses the mark, incomplete. That was intended for Jenkins. That'll bring up 4th and 7. So Younghoe Koo will come on for a 35-yard field goal. Try to put the Falcons back in front. Kick is up and good. So Koo nails it. And the Falcons reclaim the lead. Falcons originally led 7-0 on a perfect opening drive for Atlanta. But then Matt Ryan was intercepted as Holly the Bernedoodle makes her presence felt in the booth. Assumes her place on the broadcast couch. Ryan was picked off by Marcus Robertson. The Oilers ventured down the field to score there on the short field. Earl Campbell, a 1-yard run. Then the sides traded field goals. Falcons first. Oilers tied it again. Now the Falcons have taken the lead again early here in quarter number 3. Billy White Shoes Johnson from the 3. Out across the 20. Brought down at the 25. George Blanda and company get back to work. We'll see what Jerry Glanville's offense does here in the second half. Very run heavy in the first half of this game. High formation, Boyle Rangers, the up back. Campbell, the deep back, he gets the carry, and there is nothing there for him. Loss of a yard. 17 carries, 83 yards so far for Earl Campbell. Duke with the stop for a loss of the yard. And again on the low side, Hill on the high side, but it's Campbell up the middle. Out to the 28. Tommy Nobis on the stop for the Falcons. That'll bring up a 3rd and 7. Derrick Henry checking in for Earl Campbell. Linda stands in, fires down the seam, diving attempt from Hill, but he can't reel it in. Incomplete. Ran a straight right shot right down the seam there. Blanda put it a little too far out in front of him. Hill laid out, but couldn't reel it in. And the punting unit comes on. Kern tees one off here. That is a booming kick from Kern. Tracks Sanders back inside his 15 to grab it. He only gets out to the 17. So Brett Kern shanked that punt earlier on as he was trying to put it in the coffin corner. Has no problem connecting on that one. Drives the Falcons way back. 10:41 left in the third quarter here. This final matchup of week 10. Of the FSFL docket here in year 2. Hand off Turner. Turner had a big carry last drive. He gets a good one here. First down yardage out to the 28. Michael Turner having himself a nice game. Fred Flick brings him down. Jeff Van Note getting some pats on the helmet for a block well done. Turner again. Not too much there. 13 carries, 103 yards for Michael Turner. Yeah, but half of that yardage on one carry. Second and 8. Falcons from their 30. Ryan in the shotgun. Not sure that was supposed to be. It looked like a fake on a jet sweep. And before Ryan could even cock the arm and look to throw, the Oilers were all over it. That was either a bad play or a busted play. Either way, it's 3rd and 11 for the Falcons. Ryan drops back. Looking. Hit as he throws, and that one goes flying out of bounds. Ryan pays the turf here in Atlanta. Falcons will have to punt. Ryan takes a shot on that one. Airmails the throw well out of bounds. James comes on to punt for the Falcons. Louis Johnson back at the 23, takes it, gets it out to about the 30. That's where the Oilers will take over, down by 3. .31 left here in the 3rd. Formation behind Blandon. And off it's Campbell. Pushes his way ahead, not too much there. Picks up 3. So he's on the stop, it'll be 2nd and 7. And they're changing things up at the line. Up back, looks, slant route complete, out across the 40. Complete to Drew Hill. I believe that's Hill's first reception of it. It is to pick up a 10 out to the 43. Formation for the Oilers. And off Campbell. Hit quickly, no gain. 20 carries for 91 yards for Earl Campbell on the day. Williams with the stop at 2nd and 10. Receivers to the low side here for the Oilers. They go to the high side to hand off to Campbell. Campbell tries to get outside. He is pursued from behind and tracked down, and there is Jason Gilden. Gilden acquired at the trade deadline, as we mentioned earlier, from the Steelers for a draft pick, and Gilden makes a big play there, 3rd and 7. Landa stands in. Slings that one. First down complete. That's Alvin Reed into Falcons territory down to the 45. And now 10 of 17. 4th catch of the game for Alvin Reed. That was almost shot put out of there by Blandon. Doesn't have to be pretty, just has to get yardage. 10. Hand off Campbell, nothing there. That was a delayed handoff from the Falcons. Closed in on it awfully quickly. Tommy Nobis with the stop. That's a loss of a yard. Mentioned the stakes in this game pretty significant. As we get into the double-digit weeks, again, it's a 14-week season here in the pressure for Blandon, and down he goes. Claude Humphrey, his 9th sack of the season. Humphrey breaks through. That's our first sack of the game. And George Blanda is the victim. Henry picked up Humphrey, but Humphrey kept going after the block from Henry and gets through, and Blanda gets mauled. 3rd and 24. Blanda drops back. Looking. Still looking for something. Rolls right. Blanda, he's just going to throw this one away and avoid the sack. Live to fight another day. Deion Sanders and that Falcons secondary doing a terrific job here, not letting anybody get behind. 4th and 24. Punting unit comes on. Brett Kern absolutely obliterated his last punt. Hammered this one pretty well, a little bit too well, and not out to the side. It bounces through the end zone. And the Falcons will start out from the 20. 103 yards rushing for Michael Turner, who's been great so far today. Well, really, again, half that yardage came on one carry. But even so, you do 100 yards. However you get there, you've done all right. Become a defensive struggle here at the Georgia Dome. Handoff, Turner. Out across the 25 to the 26, pickup of 6. And Banfield comes up for the stop. Turner a little slow getting up. Second and 4 as we approach 3 minutes left in the third. Handoff, there's Gerald Riggs. Riggs, stutter step, finds an opening, gets the first down, now past the 30 to the 34. 4 carries, 19 yards for Gerald Riggs. Marcus Robertson on the stop. And 10 from the 34. Turner, nothing there. That was Webster who came up for the stop. Second and 9 from the 35. Set for the Falcons. Everything's tight. Handoff. Turner tries to get outside. There's nothing. Tries to cut it back, and the Oilers swarm him, bring him down at the 36. Devon Kearse will get credit for the tackle on that one. It'll be 3rd and 8. Ryan in the shotgun. Stands in. Looking, feels things collapse, and Ryan puts that one out of bounds. So Ryan only 9 of 18 now. Remember, he was 6 of 7. 3 for his last 11. Punting unit comes on for Atlanta. John James tees this one off. Johnson takes it at the 14. Out across the 20, slips through a tackler, gets out to the 23. That's where the Oilers will get back to work. 57 seconds left in the third quarter. 13-10 Atlanta. Oilers still haven't really taken a shot deep down the field. Falcons having Deion Sanders out there on one of the corners certainly impacts that. Blanda drops. Blitz up the middle is picked up. Blanda steps in, zips it in. Oh, good coverage, and it's reeled in by Reed anyway. Coverage right on him. But Reed pulls it in, but Tom Pridemore draped all over. Reed out to the 45, first down. Blanda standing in the pocket there, feeling it collapse around him. Throws a strike, first down for the Oilers. Handoff Campbell. Campbell getting strung out wide, looks for something. He's got a horse collar dragged down there by Claude Humphrey, loss of a yard. It's 2nd and 11. That should take us to the end of quarter number 3. So we'll head to the fourth here in Atlanta. 13-10 Falcons in what has been a very good, very close to the best game here. Defenses have ruled to this point. Landa on the slant, incomplete. Mendes only 11 of 20. Ryan completing 50% of his passes. Landa completing 55% of his passes. Good job by both defenses, as we mentioned. 3rd and 11 coming up from the 44. Henry's the lone setback with Landa in the gun. Trips to the high side. Landa stands in over the middle, complete. First down inside the 35, down inside the 30. Tim Smith with the reception. 27 yards, first catch of the game for Smith. Oh, looked like a skinny post there for Smith. He gets hit over the middle. The cow brings him down, but it's a first down for the Oilers at the Falcons' 29. Landa drops back again. Swings it. Campbell out of the backfield. Beats his man down inside the 15. Earl Campbell down to the 11. I believe that's the first catch for Campbell out of the backfield. It is. It's a pickup of 18. Desmond Trufant on the stop for the Falcons. Campbell checks out. Henry checks back in. And it looks. Pass. Back of the end zone. Batted away by Deion Sanders. Blanket coverage from Deion. And that was intended for Charlie Hennigan. Not gone at Deion much in this one. 2nd and 10. Landa stands in, looks, dumps it off. A coverage is right there. Alvin Reed with the reception, but nothing to show for it. 6th catch of the game for Reed. 3rd and 9 from the 10. Henry's the lone setback. Wide receivers to the low side. Drops, stands in, pass, end zone, broken up, incomplete. Johnson in coverage. Receiver can't hold on. And now Rob Baronis will come on for a 27-yard field goal attempt to try to get this game tied yet again. It is up and it is good. So Baronis puts it through, and we are deadlocked in the 4th, 13-13, Oilers and Falcons. 12:44 remaining, still plenty of time. Extraneous post-touchdown free kickoff animations here. Talk amongst yourselves. Deion back to return. Of course, primetime always a threat to break one loose. He has not returned a kickoff for a touchdown yet this year. He has returned a punt. Here's the kickoff taken at the 4. Sanders out across the 20, out across the 25. Sanders breaks it free, and there he goes. Oh boy, Deion Sanders breaks it loose, and they're not going to get him. Sanders takes it to the house. Touchdown prime time. So Deion Sanders, who has a punt return for a touchdown this year, now has a kickoff return for a touchdown. They had Sanders, and then they didn't. And chasing Deion down from behind is a tough, tough chore. They had him gobbled up there, and Sanders cuts through it, hops outside, and away he goes to daylight. Or Stormlight here in Georgia. 19-13 Falcons. Younghoe Koo comes on for the extra point. It is up and good. 20-13 Atlanta on the Deion Sanders 96-yard kickoff return for the score. Coast to coast like Space Ghost, as Al says. Indeed, my friend, indeed. So now the Oilers take a kick to the mouth. Still 12 and a half minutes left in this one, plenty of time. That was a heck of a return by Sanders there. Again, it looked like they kind of had it closed on him. And he popped through there, slipped, nice little cut to get through the hole. And once Deion gets into that open space, chasing him down is unlikely, to say the least. The Oilers have their own dangerous return, man. Billy White Shoes Johnson, he takes this one at the 3. He does not have the same fortune, though. He's brought down at the 23, and the Oilers will get to work. And under center, he's got Campbell behind him. And again to the high side. And it drops. Swings it. Campbell out of the backfield. Campbell out near the 30. That's a pickup of 7. Landon now 15 of 26. 180 yards on the day. Second and 3. Pair of receivers to the high side. Hill and Hennigan for the Oilers. Handoff. Campbell cuts it back, tries to reverse field, and that is not Earl Campbell's strength. Nothing came to the near side. He tried to cut it back and get wide left. Falcons swarmed all over that one. 3rd and 3. Campbell checks out. Henry is in. And off it's Derrick Henry. Henry cuts, makes the first down. Out to the 38. Good job there by Derrick Henry. Got 3 catches out of the backfield today. That was his 6th carry. Checks out. Campbell has his breather. Campbell's back in. And off Earl Campbell up the middle. Fights off one tackler. He gets hit, though. Picks up 4. 55 for 96 yards on the day for Earl Campbell. Entered the game 5th in the FSFL in rushing. Short drop. Swung out into the flat. Campbell, good open field tackle. Tom Pridemore gets Campbell around the ankles. And it's going to be 3rd and 9 from the 39. With 9.5 minutes left in the game. And in the shotgun. Hard snap, no one jumps. Looks, pass. Right down the seam, and again, oh, that's the same play he looked for Hill on before, and again, Blanda throws it just out ahead. That one was intended for Hennigan, and that will bring up 4th and 9, and the punting unit will come on. So Kern will try to blast one here, pin the Falcons pretty deep. Lots of hang time on this one. Deion will let it bounce through the end zone. Falcons will start at their 20. That's the second one that Kern has banged through the end zone. Again, he tried to angle one earlier on in this game that he shanked. It ended up being only about a 20-yard punt. It's hammered some bombs since then. 2 of them have bounced through the end zone. Even 9 minutes remaining. 20-13 Falcons in what has been a good one here in Atlanta. Both sides changing things up a little bit at the line of scrimmage. Ryan drops, short drop, swings it wide, caught in traffic. Quick out, only pick up a 5 there. That's Jenkins. reels it in. 5th catch of the game for Alfred Jenkins. 2nd and 5. High formation. Hand off Turner. Looked like he had some space, but he gets stopped just shy of the marker. It'll be 3rd and 1. Mike Johnston comes up from the secondary to make the stop. And in motion, high formation behind Ryan. Higgs is the fullback in this setup. Turner the halfback. Ryan drops, looks. Short pass complete. 1st down, that's Roddy White. Not much, didn't need much. 4th catch of the game for White, and the sticks move for the Falcons. That's a big 3rd down conversion. The clock is going to continue to run on the Oilers. Play action. Ryan. Pass along the sideline, incomplete. White reels it in, but they said he was out of bounds. That was a good fake on him. Pretty much everybody went to Turner. Ryan dropped back, had nobody near him. He missed the mark on that pass. 2nd and 10. Ryan, backpedaling pressure. Ryan hit as he throws, incomplete. Oh, Ryan got thumped. 3rd and 10 coming up. Big 3rd down here. If you're the Oilers, you cannot allow a conversion here. Ryan stands in. Looks, good protection. Good coverage as well, though. Ryan goes deep down the field. Incomplete. Oh, he had White, but he got hit by Banfield. Couldn't hold on. And it'll be 4th down, and the punting unit will come on. All sorts of time there. Excellent coverage by the Oilers. White came back for it. Got his hands on it. Was unable to reel it in. Punt here taken by Johnson at the 18. Gets it out to the 29, and that's where the Oilers will take over. 6:48 remaining. 20-13 Falcons. Falcons need a win. Hold off the Panthers. Oilers lose, they would fall a game behind the Colts. 1st and 10. Landa slings it, pass complete. Big hit there. But Reed reels it in. Pickup of 6, 7th catch of the game for Reed out to the 35. And 4. Hand off Campbell. Nothing doing there. That hole was plugged and plugged quickly. Ooh, that was Mike Gann on it. 3rd and 5. From the 34. And then the shotgun tries a hard count. Nobody jumps, and now his own guy jumps after that. So a false start, and that's a huge one for the Oilers. That pushes them back to 3rd and 10. Cannot be shooting yourself in the foot in this situation if you're the Oilers. And it drops. Pass. Incomplete. That hit Hill in the hands, but he took a shot. I believe that was Trufant who popped him. Hill wants pass interference, but no such luck. Now, 4th and 10, the punting unit will come on. Still 5.5 minutes left. Both sides have all 3 timeouts. So punt here, especially keeping their own end. certainly makes sense for the Oilers. But now the pressure is going to be on the defense to make a stop. Curran hammers another one. Drives Sanders back. Catches it running backwards over his shoulder for the fair catch. Nothing to do there. Michael Turner over the 100-yard mark today for the Falcons on the ground. See if Turner gives them a little something more here on this drive. 5:23 remaining. And appreciate you all tuning in for some late Saturday, now into the wee Sunday hours. Franchise Stars Football League, Week 10 game of the week. Handoff Turner. Picks up one to the 18. Von Curse on the stop. Second and 9. Ryan drops back. Pass over the middle, laying out. Oh, heck of a grab. That's Gerald Riggs out of the backfield. Riggs with a diving grab to reel it in. 12-yard pickup, chains move, and the Falcons will get to chew up some more clock. Handoff. Turner looks for an opening, hesitates, tries to shoot it off tackle, picks up 3. He's brought down. It'll be 2nd and 7. Clock continues to roll. Mike Johnston comes up from the Oilers' second. There, that's Riggs. Picks up a couple. Clock will roll. That'll get us down inside 3 minutes remaining. 3rd and 5. Big 3rd down here. See if Coach Mike Smith has the Falcons dial up. It is a shotgun. Riggs is the lone setback next to Ryan. Sends Riggs out to the side. And the time is going to run out. A delay of game call on the Falcons. It took a while there, and then Ryan decided he wanted Riggs to go to the wideout spot. And by the time Riggs got in position, the clock had run out. So that'll push them back to a 3rd and 10 here. Ryan drops back. Looks, right-hand side near the sideline, complete. Oh, that is a backbreaker for the Oilers. Quick out route from Michael Haynes. 1st down. Haynes has largely been shut down in this game, but he makes the reception there, tiptoeing along the sideline. He does stop the clock, which isn't what they wanted, but he gets the 1st down, and that will let them run more clock off going down the line. Haynes' first catch of the game is good for 14 yards and a 1st down. Handoff, Kevin Coleman into Oilers territory down inside the 45. Griffin on the stop. Clock continues to roll. So the Falcons overcome the delay of game. They get back-to-back 1st downs. That gets us to the 2-minute warning. 20-13 Falcons here in Atlanta. And both sides do have all 3 timeouts. Ryan in the shotgun here. Handoff, it's Coleman again. See Coleman, 2 hands around that ball. Timeout called by the Oilers. They used their first. Marcus Robertson on the stop. Second and 10. Turner the lone setback. Off it's Turner. Turner breaks through a tackle, finds a hole, gets down inside the 35. Another timeout from the Oilers. They have 1 remaining. 3rd and 2 from the 35. Well, now that it's 3rd and short, the Falcons can certainly run the ball here. Don't have to worry about possibly considering throwing it. This is a run situation. At least possible. It's Turner. Up the middle, and the Oilers stuff them. They'll use their last timeout. So this would be a 50-yard field goal from Younghoe Koo. That would make it a 2-score game. Koo misses, though. The Oilers will have good field position here. And they're going to go for it instead. So they're going to try to get the first down and put this game to bed. Handoff. Turner. Gobbled up. Nothing. And the Oilers will get it back. Curly Culp on the stop. Big stand by the Oilers defense. Don't really have a problem with that call there. Again, the 50-yard field goal. You give them another 10 yards on that. Well, 7 yards. If you miss that field goal. You could have tried to punt it and pin them deep there, but with 1 yard to go, I don't mind that play call there, even though it didn't work for the Falcons. Now the Oilers take over. Minute 45 left. They are out of timeouts. 7-point game here in Atlanta. Landa drops back. Pass there complete. It's Campbell out of the backfield. Dukes one defender, but there is a mob there to meet him afterwards. Pickup of 4, and that's it. It's going to take more than that from the Oilers. Don't mind that huddle animation. You'll see that the clock is slowed down. They are working in the no huddle. And it drops back. Fires over the middle. Complete. Down inside the 45. That's Alvin Reed again. Down to the 41. Clock continues to roll. Reed having a very nice game. That's his 8th catch of the game for 102 yards. Still the no huddle. We'll see that for the rest of the way here for the Oilers. Landa stands in. Looks. Right-hand side. Diving grab near the sideline. That's Hoyle Granger. It's a pickup of 18. We may see a booth review to see if Granger stayed in bounds. That is a terrific catch, but I'm not sure he was in. No review. So the play stands. 44 seconds left. Landa under pressure. Down he goes. Mike Gann with the sack. Second sack for the Falcons, and it's a huge one. Landa driven to the turf back at the 36. Gann pancakes him. Time not the friend of the Oilers here. Landa drops back. Floats this one wide, throws it away to stop the clock. And Dion is chirping in the Falcons secondary. 13 seconds left, 3rd and 23. 20-13 Falcons. Landa stands in. Pressure coming. Down goes Landa, and that may end the game. 3rd sack for the Falcons, 2nd of this drive. They're not going to get another playoff. And the Falcons, with a big win here at home, take down the defending champion Oilers 20-13. That puts the Falcons still in a tie in the division lead with the Panthers, but it puts the Oilers out of first place in their division. The Colts take over the division lead from the Oilers 20-13 Atlanta. 3 sacks on the game for the Falcons defense, 2 of them on that last drive. Final QB stats, Landa 19 of 33 for 231. Ryan 13 of 25 for 161, the touchdown and the interception. Not great performances from either quarterback there. Michael Turner, 22 carries for 128 yards. He got 47 of those on the one carry. But a very nice job for Michael Turner. Earl Campbell, 27 for 92. And honestly, I mean, I know Campbell had the touchdown, but that's a very nice job by the Falcons defense on Earl Campbell. Alvin Reed led the receivers for the Oilers, 8 for 102. Alfred Jenkins, 5 for 88 to lead the Falcons. Tackles, Tom Pridemore led the Falcons with 12. Greg Bingham, Randall Godfrey each had 11. For the Oilers, your sacks in the game, Gann, Gilden, and Humphrey. Again, Gilden acquired at the trade deadline to give Claude Humphrey some pass rush support. Gilden comes through with that big final sack in this one to seal it for Atlanta. Devon Kearse and Keith Bullock shared the sack for the Oilers. Marcus Robertson, the interception for the lone turnover of the game, and your scoring summary in your big play. Fourth quarter, 12:31 remaining. Deion Sanders, a 96-yard kickoff return to break the tie and give the Falcons a 20-13 victory. Oilers fall to 7-3. Falcons improve to 7-3. And we will move on to Week 11, the last week before we head to the final 3 weeks of the season, which will be back to divisional play. So we're getting to crunch time here in year 2 of the FSFL. As always, appreciate you tuning in. Al, Red Sox fan, our good friends in the chat. Please be sure to visit Al's channel. If you get the opportunity, you will not be disappointed. Boxing, football, baseball, he's got it all. My big influences in getting this channel going. So be sure to visit Al. Appreciate you tuning in, buddy. Bang that like button if you haven't as of yet. Subscribe if you haven't as of yet. And most importantly, be good to each other. And we'll talk soon. The Falcons take down the Oilers 20-13 in Atlanta.